Well, welcome to this episode of Fresh Connections, where we are honored to have our CEO, Joe Makis, joining us. Welcome, Joe.
Thanks for having me.
You're great. Joe has been leading SCC through several investments that are positively impacting how we serve our customers. These investments are ensuring that SCC ships high quality, innovative, fresh food displays in best-in-class lead times. It's all really exciting stuff, some great investments happening throughout the company. So let's jump right in and have Joe share some of what that journey looks like. So Joe, share with our listeners more about SCC's investment journey, what we've done here in the factory and in the office, and how that benefits our customers.
Sure, Danny. It's a long story, but I'll try to whittle it down. Over the last 3 years, we've invested over $20 million in new capital, not only in machines on the factory floor, but in our infrastructure. We've deepened our bench strength, the talented individuals we brought on, and we've started looking at our designs, our sourcing, really every aspect of the business to how better can we grow and support our customers.
That's great. That's awesome. I know looking at some of the things that are out in the factory, tell us a little bit more about some of the specific equipment in the factory that has brought some great operational changes and capacity increases and things like that.
Sure. First off, we started by overhauling our metalworking operations. Mm-hmm. So we brought in 2 new CNC laser cutters, and these are the fastest ones on the planet, married to an automated loading tower. So we can actually run this lights out around the clock.
Yeah.
We've added a panel bender, which is, you may not know what that is. Basically, it's doing origami with metal, so multiple bends, very high speed. Several brake presses. So we've put a lot of focus on our metalworking operations because that's where everything starts. From a sheet of metal, that's where it starts to become a food case.
So all this stuff that's behind us, a lot of metal intensive components, we're doing all that here, and these machines are light speed to bring more efficiencies and more operational capacity.
So what we call the value stream, and as we travel downstream from the metalworking operations, we have to then paint that metal. So we installed a state-of-the-art 3 million plus powder coating operation, fully automated, and this has allowed us to really control our own destiny as far as lead time and cost, because we can now do that in-house.
Right. And prior to us installing it here, we were using another outside source, correct, for that? Share a little bit about where that came from.
It was a combination. We used outside vendors to supply us, which took up to 12 weeks to get a part, which is a challenge.
Problematic, right?
Customers don't want to wait 12 weeks for a case, much less one painted part. We also had our own paint shop, but it was several miles away. It was pretty antiquated, ran very slow, not a nice place to work at. So we put in, as I said, a state-of-the-art facility, completely climate controlled, really has helped our operations significantly.
That's awesome, yeah.
So having it literally feet away from the metalworking operation has been a game changer for us.
Yeah, I can understand that, yeah. And today, yeah, like you said, it feeds right from metal to paint, and paint to getting it painted to where it needs to be then built or assembled for the product itself. So I think that's instrumentally and fundamentally one of the key things that's happened to improve things here. That was awesome. In addition to that, though, we are also looking at and have made some changes in our wood shop department, correct? Or coming up, there's some changes happening there as well.
Exactly. We've really touched every aspect of the manufacturing operations. And in the wood shop where we make the panels, so that gives that fit and that finish to the cases, we've installed 2 new Northwood dual bed, dual spindle routers. Mm-hmm. I'm going to geek out on woods. That might not mean a lot. It just allows us a lot more capacity, and it's really increased our throughput.
Good.
And that gives us loads of flexibility. And I like to talk about lead time a lot. Time is money, right? It also gives us flexibility. Mm-hmm. So if a customer's got a hot order, we can turn on a dime quickly.
Exactly.
Or if they need something customized, we can turn on a dime quickly. And beyond those routers, we installed a new panel saw in the wood shop as well.
That's perfect. And I think you hit on something really important there, that the flexibility of the operations now that all this new investment brings to us is really what allows us to be flexible and accommodating to our customers. And we know that our customers don't always plan or have things drop in their plates as well. So we're able to make accommodations for them when that's necessary. And wood shop and sheet metal are really the core to everything we do here. I mean, between sheet metal being majority, wood shop being panels, and then you add in glass and things like that. So you really started from that basic fundamental area and said, we need to invest.
Right.
And those investments are really paying off for that lead time and flexibility for our customers. That's great. What about beyond that? So you talk about value stream. So we're coming through, we're making the part, we're painting it now right here in our facility, and then it goes into assembly. But we also have a lot we've done in the test area, in the glass area. So talk a little bit about our bonding glass room and
Sure.
some of the investments we've made on that front.
Sure. And we did build a new glass room as well. Similar to how paint used to travel back and forth, glass was in a separate building. So again, added a lot of time, a lot of complexity, chances for things to go wrong.
And very breakable, so hard to handle.
Indeed, by definition, glass. So we built a new glass room in with the assembly operations, climate controlled. And the beauty of the glass operation, it really goes to the value prop of structural cases. We're trying to showcase the food, make it look beautiful, help our customers sell their product. You don't want to see clunky metal supports and all that.
Absolutely.
And our Reveal line, again, is glass on glass, we call it, dual pane glass with a gas injected in between. The idea behind that is it mitigates condensation. And again, you want to see the food, you want to see the product, you really want it to look beautiful. That's what we're all about.
Right. And we do that right here in our building, in our facility, so we control
Exactly.
all of that. How much we need, when we need it, so we're not making a whole bunch of extra inventory, having it get broken or scratched. So SCC was the first to develop a truly slide-out refrigeration system. We called it Breeze and Breeze E for the more robust version of it. So we offered our customers a great way to service and maintain that condensing unit that's the core of the refrigeration system. I know we're moving to R290 now as a requirement. How do you see R290 impacting not only just that feature, but the company as a whole, because it's a requirement that we have to move toward?
Yeah, you're exactly right, Danny. The transition to R290 is non-negotiable. We have to convert all of our products by year end. Lots of reasons for doing so. First and foremost, the impact on the environment. R290 is a lower GWP, global warming potential gas. It's also going to bring along less energy consumption, which is good for our customers. It'll lower their operating costs. But for SCC, there's two ways we could have approached it. We could have looked at it as, oh shoot, we've got to redesign everything, or what can we do different and better with our designs because we have to convert. And we took this as an opportunity to look at our designs. How can we standardize them? How can we simplify them? Take some complexity out. And then beyond that, we started to look at our supply chain. Can we bring it closer to home? You know, we learned some tough lessons during COVID and the supply chain fiascos. And can we nearshore more of these and have a more robust product? And that's exactly the path we're taking.
Yeah, and I think that's really, really great because we kind of made lemonade out of lemons, if you want to say it that way. But, you know, a requirement that's been upon us as a manufacturer. Let's make that better for everybody, right? So as we do standardize and commonize, and as we do nearshore things, again, we go back to that flexibility for our customer.
Exactly.
And that all translates to time, which is lead time, and that's really important to our customers overall. So I thank you for that. And you mentioned energy, which was another question I was going to ask. Energy is a big deal these days. It's getting to become more and more important. So along with this R290, we're factoring in some good benefits that are energy savings as well. So.
Indeed, and again, not to be a refrigeration nerd with you, moving to variable speed compressors, so less energy draw, so again, lower operating costs for our customers, gave us an opportunity to look at our compressors. Give you one example, we used to source over 4 dozen different compressor types from all over the globe, and now we've taken that down to 2 compressors, and they're in North America.
Yeah, that's awesome.
A lot of benefits.
Right, lots of benefits, especially in the way the world is today. Lots of disruptions can hit at any point, and we're not planning for them, but we are making sure we can overcome them when they do happen, if they happen in the future. So again, I think from structural concepts, these investments have allowed us to bring so much of what might have been outsourced, or other manufacturers have to outsource. We do it all here. So again, control and flexibility to be accommodating.
For sure, it's really a competitive advantage of our company. Controlling our lead time, controlling our cost structure, it allows us to have best-in-class delivery times to our customers, and it also allows us to, as I said, the cost piece of that, that's not just for structural, that benefits our customers.
So the other thing that I want to kind of sing your praises about for Structural Concepts is we have also, for our employees, invested significantly in fully air-conditioned facilities. And we don't just have one building, there's a couple buildings here that they work within, and I think that has just changed so much for the employees working there, the morale, the support, and just making sure people know that we want to take care of them. So that investment too was quite lengthy and quite expensive.
Oh, for sure. And you can't show return on investment
For AC, right?
for air conditioning, but it's the right thing to do. And we're in a war for talent, right? And we have skilled labor on our floor, and we want to keep people and want to keep them happy for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And beyond just the creature comforts, I call them, of the air conditioning, we've spent a lot of time on improving ergonomics on the floor, making sure our safety is really, really good. Put in an employee profit sharing plan. Really emphasize communication and transparency, because I like to say one person doesn't make this happen. I can't build cases. It takes
Me
a team.
neither.
You got it. There's 500 of us rowing in the same direction, doing the right thing every day, every shift, every hour.
I think that's amazing, and the care that shows, it's really, really important to everyone that's here, and I think everyone certainly respects it and recognizes it. So those are great investments. I think going into the future, we all know fresh food display is increasing. I mean, we serve many markets. We serve schools, we serve hospitals and business institutions, supermarkets. So the need for fresh food isn't going away. The method and there's changes in how we're doing that. But as we continue to do that and stay ahead of the curve, all these investments are really important. And I do believe, multiple more investments are coming.
Oh, yeah.
And we will continue to look year over year at how we best equip this facility to be flexible and to accommodate what we need to for all the changes that are happening in the marketplace. That's great. I thank you for joining us. I think we've been able to really demonstrate some of the great work that you have done to lead this company through so many investments, and we will continue to do that. And we appreciate you joining us and sharing with our listeners what's going on here at SCC.
Thank you, Danny. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you.